Hi, my name is Brian. I read the book called One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. It was written by Ken Kesey, and the genres were psychological fiction and drama. There were 325 pages in this book. The book was published in 1962 by Viking Press and Signet Books. The book was regarded as an international bestseller and had a critically acclaimed movie based off it. So the book takes place in a psychiatric ward in Oregon in the 1960s. The setting is important to the story because they talk about severely mentally ill people that would only be seen in a mental hospital, and they talk about forms of treatments that you wouldn't hear talk about in normal day-to-day conversations. So the story starts off when Randall McMurphy, the main character, is admitted to the mental ward in Oregon. He inspires everyone to be more confident and ends up making the patients feel more human than they did before he got there. He also rebels against the harsh head nurse, Nurse Ratched. He makes her lose composure and makes her lose her control of some of the patients. He ends up getting a lobotomy at the end of the book when he goes too far and actually physically assaults Nurse Ratched. So one of the main characters of the book is named Chief Brondem. He's a tall, half-Native American man who feigns being mute and deaf so that he can eavesdrop on people's conversations. By doing this, he gets information about what's going on in the ward. But he's also smart enough to remain unnoticed by almost everyone. He's friends with Randall McMurphy, the main character, and another main character is Nurse Ratched. She's a bitter woman who's in charge of the ward. She's manipulative and passive-aggressive. She can even make people feel guilty about things that they didn't even do. She pretends to be nice, but in reality, she's a cold-hearted person. She hates being undermined and is often at odds with McMurphy because of this. So McMurphy and Nurse Ratched are always at odds. McMurphy is a loud, boisterous man who's quick-witted. He likes to gamble, so he often makes bets with the other patients that he can annoy Miss Ratched and make her organized system disorganized. And he is friends with Chief Bromden, and in fact, he's the only person in the ward that knows that Chief's faking that he's mute and deaf, but he respects Chief, so he keeps his secret. I really like the quote in this book. This world belongs to the strong, my friend. The ritual of our existence is based on the strong getting stronger by devouring the weak. This is one of the patients of Nurse Ratched. Nurse Ratched obviously broke down this man's confidence. He no longer feels equal, and he feels like a lesser being than everybody else. But overall, I enjoyed reading this book. I enjoyed how Ken Kesey made you really sympathize with the characters and made you feel with them and really made you care about the characters and what happened to them. I'd recommend this book to my friends because it uses themes that aren't really used in most books, and the story is quite unique. And I found this story interesting enough that I found it hard at times to put the book down.